The hospital corridors smelled of antiseptic and rain. Outside, thunder rolled softly, and nurses moved through the hallways like quiet guardians of life. Among them was Emily Carter, a young nurse known for her calm voice and steady hands. She had learned to keep her emotions locked away, for in her line of work, feelings could break you faster than any wound. It was an ordinary night shift until the call came from the emergency department. A critical accident case. Emily pulled on her gloves and walked toward the trauma room, unaware that the next few hours would shake everything she believed in. When the stretcher rolled in, the patient was unconscious, his face cut, his breathing shallow. The paramedics shouted the name of the driver, and Emily froze. Her body went cold. The name was familiar, too familiar. Mark Dalton. 3 years ago, that same name had destroyed her world. Her younger brother, Jacob, had been coming home from college when a drunk driver ran a red light. Jacob died on the spot. The driver fled the scene, but was later arrested. His name was Mark Dalton. He had served a short sentence, paid his fine, and disappeared from the headlines. Emily had spent those years trying to forgive the world, but never succeeded. And now, fate had placed that man on her hospital bed. Her heart pounded. Her hands trembled under her gloves. The doctor shouted, "We're losing him. Get the crash cart." Emily stepped back, unable to breathe. Every memory of her brother's laughter came back. The sound of his guitar, his last phone call saying, "Don't wait up for me, sis." Another nurse grabbed the defibrillator. The doctor looked at Emily. "Carter, are you in or out?" His voice snapped her back. She stared at the dying man and realized she had two choices: walk away and let revenge do what justice never did, or save him and break her own heart. She took a deep breath and stepped forward. "I'm in," she said quietly. Her hands moved automatically, pressing chest compressions, counting under her breath. 1, 2, 3, the monitor beeped weakly. She inserted the 4, fixed the oxygen, and stayed until his pulse stabilized. When it was over, she walked into the supply room, pulled off her gloves, and cried for the first time in years. Not out of pain, but out of confusion. She didn't know why she had saved him, only that her brother would have wanted her to. Hours later, Mark regained consciousness. His eyes opened slowly, unfocused. He looked at Emily without recognition. "Did you save me?" he whispered. She nodded. He said, "Thank you," and closed his eyes again. For days, she visited his ward quietly, checking vitals, changing dressings. She avoided conversation. But one evening, as the sun poured through the blinds, he spoke again. "I remember you now," he said. His voice broke. "You're Jacob's sister, aren't you?" Emily's throat tightened. She said nothing. He continued, "I wanted to say I'm sorry every day. Prison was not punishment enough. I lost everything, my family, my job, my name. I wanted to find you, but what could I say that would matter?" Tears welled in her eyes. She wanted to scream, to tell him what he had taken, but she couldn't. Instead, she whispered, "You can't fix what's gone, but maybe you can change what's left." He nodded, tears rolling down his face. Weeks passed. Mark recovered slowly. He started volunteering at the same hospital, cleaning floors and helping in patient care. No one knew his story, but Emily did. At first, she avoided him, but over time she saw the sincerity in his eyes, the quiet way he tried to help others. He never looked for praise. He only worked quietly, like a man trying to rebuild a broken soul. One afternoon, Emily walked into the children's ward. Mark was sitting beside a young boy with a broken leg, reading him a comic book. The boy laughed, and Mark smiled, a real, unguarded smile. Emily felt something inside her loosen. That night, she went to the hospital rooftop. The city lights stretched far below, and rain began to fall again. She whispered, "Jacob, I did what you would have done. I saved him." For the first time, peace replaced pain. A few months later, the hospital organized a blood donation camp. Mark stood beside Emily, helping donors. When the event ended, he handed her an envelope. Inside was a letter. It said, "You gave me my second chance. I can never repay you, but I promise to spend the rest of my life saving others, like your brother once saved me." She looked up, and he was already walking away, blending into the crowd of patients and volunteers. She didn't stop him. She didn't need to. Some promises don't need witnesses, only hearts strong enough to keep them. That night, Emily wrote in her journal, "Forgiveness isn't forgetting. It's choosing peace over pain. It's choosing to heal." As she closed her notebook, the monitor from the next room beeped softly. Another life was calling, another chance to keep her brother's memory alive. She smiled faintly and walked back into the light. The rain outside kept falling, washing away everything that was heavy, everything that once hurt.